General Manager Kevin Colbert, head coach Mike Tomlin get all the credit for the Steelers draft. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Big Ben made this pick, folks. Chase Claypool out of Notre Dame. Just a big target, burner speed. Going to go outside on the sidelines, and Big Ben's just going to throw it up this year. Banged it. That is what the Steelers have been looking for ever since the brief emergence of Martavis Bryant back in the early 2010s or mid-2010s. I mean, right now, you got a guy that's going to help the entire offense. He's going to open things up on the inside for Deontay Johnson and Juju Smith-Schuster, who is sorely in need of a bounce-back season. I mean, it wasn't all Juju's fault. He's getting thrown to like Duck Hodges and Mason Rudolph. Never good for wide receiver stats. But right now, the pick of Claypool is going to give the Steelers so many weapons. Think about it. You still got James Washington who has yet to emerge, and if you have a guy like Claypool, just line him up, right on the numbers, tell him to go up that sideline every time, watch him high point the ball and bring it down. And Ben, still, after 17 years, or what will be his 17th season, still throws one of the best deep balls in the entire NFL. I think this is a home run pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think it's a home run pick for Big Ben as he's coming back off an elbow surgery. And I think it's a home run pick for the entire offense. The only question right now, with all these weapons and a Hall of Fame quarterback coming back to this team, how will Randy Fichtner screw it up? The offensive coordinator has shown in the past that he gets too suckered into one way of play, and that ultimately ends up hurting the team. So, will Ben let Randy Fichtner call plays, or will Big Ben just take all of those weapons and sling it the way he's always slung it? Big Ben, the hero of Super Bowl 43. I know Holmes made the catch, but Big Ben was the hero. And right now, he's got a monster weapon in Chase Claypool. I think Claypool is going to play early. I think you're going to see him in 3 and 4 wide receiver sets. I think he's going to be dynamic for us.
I know you love to show off, but I never thought that you would take it this far. But what do I know?
Oh, baby, if you're a Steelers fan, you love watching a guy like this. Alex Highsmith, listed as a defensive end out of the University of Charlotte. Yes, the 49ers. That's right. And this guy reminds me of another TJ Watt. Just relentless, big, strong arms, able to get offensive tackles off of him with ease. I mean, yes, he was playing at Charlotte. It's not exactly the SEC. However, this guy was a beast, and everyone that I have read, every coach that he has played for, says that this kid is just a monster. Coaches that he's played against, Dabo Swinney, coach of, the national champion Clemson Tigers a couple years ago, he said that this guy was the best defensive end that they played against the entire season. And what the Steelers are going to do with Highsmith is probably, convert him to a linebacker. I think he plays more like a linebacker anyway. Probably convert him to an outside linebacker, and they're going to use him to replace Bud Dupree in a couple of years. Dupree is franchise tagged heading into 2020, and Highsmith a year sitting behind Dupree and TJ Watt, watching two guys that had excellent seasons last year. I think it's going to do nothing but benefit Highsmith and ultimately the Steelers. Scouting-wise, I mean, as I mentioned, Highsmith has those big, long, strong arms. He's able to push offensive tackles off of him, but he's also got speed. Once he gets those tackles off him, once he sheds his block, he's also got the speed to make plays in the backfield. Not just sacks. I'm talking tracking down ball carriers, forcing fumbles, getting in there, disrupting handoffs, disrupting reverses. I mean, honestly, I love Claypool as the first pick in the second round by the Steelers, but Highsmith might be the best player to come out of the 2020 Steelers draft. I mean, you watch this guy's game tape, and it reminds me so much of TJ Watt. And let me tell you, I don't think there's any team in the NFL that would turn down 2 TJ Watts. Highsmith, again, those arms, as you can see on the tape, just able to shed a tackle, get in on the quarterback, and bring him down with one arm. Granted, again, I know, he's playing at Charlotte. Not exactly playing against Alabama, Penn State, or anybody like that. But Highsmith proved himself dynamic. In fact, before a game this past season, he injured his pec and went out and had 5 sacks that Saturday. I think the Steelers hit on their first 2 picks in this draft. I'm super impressed with Highsmith and what he's going to be able to bring, and I think you're even going to see him on the field a little bit this year. I mean, one injury to TJ or Bud, and this guy is thrust right into the starting lineup. Alex Highsmith could be the steal of the 2020 Steelers draft. Well, Mike Tomlin's son played at Maryland, and we took a Maryland guy. And this guy has been the most bashed pick, I think, on talk radio and in the media. Anthony McFarland Jr., running back out of Maryland. But you know what? I'm a fan of the pick. I think he is a big question mark. However, that speed is just too much to deny. And this past season, McFarland was working off a high ankle sprain, and it really slowed him down. As a freshman, he put up 1,100 yards this past year, just under 700. However, get that ankle healthy, and look what this guy can do. He sees the edge, and he just takes it. Not afraid to go home run, and the Steelers need that in their backfield, which is a rather plodding backfield, 30th in the league in 20-plus yard runs the past 2 seasons. Anthony McFarland, a question mark, but could be a big steal for the Steelers.
Still rock my khakis with a cup and a crease. Still got love for the streets, reppin' 213. Still the beats bang, still doing my thing since I left.
No doubt in my mind, Steelers fans are already ordering Kevin Dotson jerseys. The guard out of Louisiana Lafayette grew up a Steelers fan, and he made 52 out of 53 career starts for the Ragin' Cajuns. I love this pick. I think this pick is also a very, very solid pick. The Steelers obviously knew what they were looking for, and they got a guy inside who looks like a bulldog on tape, but said recently in an interview that he doesn't want to be considered a bulldog. He wants to show that he can pass block as well. The Steelers don't really have the offensive line that you would think of out of a Super Bowl champion, and this guy, I believe he has the ability to compete in camp and come in and play right away. Big fan of Kevin Dotson, looking forward to him.
I got what you need, shorty, what you want, I got what you need. I'm all the way up.
Another Maryland guy here, and I don't think this one makes the team. I've just got a gut feeling that he's not going to have enough to show the Steelers in training camp. Antoine Brooks Jr., also out of Maryland as mentioned, played mostly safety, but he played a lot in the box for the Terps, and I think that's what the Steelers are going to try and use him as if he can get on the field. Kind of a sub-package nickel corner. That seems to be the consensus, but I'm just not sure that this guy has the physical gifts to show the Steelers enough in training camp to break onto that defense.
2
The most intriguing pick of the 2020 Steelers draft is my man right now, Carlos Davis. Defensive tackle out of the University of Nebraska. This guy's a 2-sport athlete, 8-time letter winner through discus for the Cornhuskers, and he is a monster. He is just clogs it up inside. And Steelers, if they're still going to continue to run the 3-4 primarily, they're going to need somebody like that. I think Alu is decent, McCullers is garbage, and I think Davis has a real chance to get on the field for the Steelers in 2020. That is Josh Shreckengost's 2020 NFL Steelers draft recap. Overall, I'd say I'd give the team a B+. But I think the potential for an A+ is available as things play out. Signing off, again, this is Josh Shreckengost, at Josh Shreck.
Counting up some money, we ain't never sleep. You got V12, I got 12 V's. Got bottles, got weed, got my I'm all the way up. Shorty, what you want? I got what you need. Shorty, what you